Hi, everybody. I'm back from Chanting with the Whales and spent a week on a sailing boat, which was fantastic. Whoops, a daisy. Yeah, every day getting to swim nudie Rudy in the ocean and see the whales that are currently calving on the east coast of Australia. So families of whales, and watching the kids was just fabulous. So I'm still waiting for some photos and videos to share with you all from that, because I didn't want to have my head in a phone. In fact, I unplugged for a week, and I highly recommend it. I'm going to try and do that once a year. So my big news is I'm coming to India. Woohoo! Never been to India. To be honest, I've been too scared. I see India as like the home of the Dark Mother, Kali Ma, and you don't go unless you're truly ready. And when are we ever ready? You know, I remember, anyway, that's another story, probably not appropriate. But what I was going to say is that first of all, thank you to those of you that have responded to my video sharing that my latest calling is to travel the world offering free events to raise the vibe, raise the serpents of Kundalini in the world's soul. So to do that, I'm seeking people to host me. So what does that actually look like? What does that mean? Well, first of all, the criteria I'll put in the description here, but it's if you've experienced my work firsthand, because you can't really be an advocate if you haven't experienced it. So if you've done a training with me online, or if you've done a retreat with me in person, then I would love to hear from you, because you know the value of my work and what I have to offer. Secondly, if you've got a spare room at your place, prefer not to just be on the couch. Or if you know someone that's got a spare room that's local, that'd be great. And finally, if you have a community that you can promote my events to, so you know, whether you run circles yourself or you might run yoga classes, but yeah, if you've got a community of people that you can do shout outs to on social media and share an email with, or maybe put some flyers up, and likewise I will also promote. So that's pretty much the criteria. And the events that I'm being shown when I feel into, you know, what it is that Spirit's asking of me and the Mother is asking of me, is to offer a free new moon circle for women, so a red tent, and for the brothers, a circle experiencing the power of the hero's journey when done in alignment with the sun, with the solar cycle. So doing a circle with the brothers when the sun moves into a new sign. And also at full moon, doing a ceremony to journey consciously the energies of that full moon opposite the sun, and a full moon chakra dance party to raise the serpents in your location. So they're the events. And if you host me, I'm also very happy to give you a free one-on-one session, a reading. So yeah, if that all sounds hunky-dory, then I would love for you to get in touch with me, and the details are below. So that's that. So I did put out that, you know, I had a calling to Hawaii, and I do, but at the moment there are still mandates imposed, restrictions on getting into the US. So my knowing is to not push, rather to go where there's grace, go where it's easy, and go where I'm most embraced, and be receptive and see what comes in. And so far, it looks as if India is the first place that is offering me an opportunity to share my work. I was contacted and invited to present at a Shakti festival in Rishikesh in India, up the north near the Himalayas, which starts February the 21st, 2023. So I then asked a few friends, where else should I go in India? And Goa was one of the suggestions. And then lo and behold, another offer for hosting came in from a woman in Goa who I'll be speaking with today on Zoom. So India seems to be welcoming me to not just come and stay, but to offer my work, which is the call. So if you're in India, I would love for you to come and join me. Stay tuned. I'll be posting, dates of events where I'll be. But also, if you've got suggestions of places, sacred sites to visit. Yesterday, I was speaking with a dear sister who told me that India is supposedly the place where the goddess descended and was dismembered, and that there are goddess temples all over India where the different aspects or archetypes reside. And so my feeling is to probably go and do my own personal ceremonies, private ceremonies, to heal each of the 7 goddess archetypes in the world soul in India, not in the physical temples, because for me, the divine cannot be contained within a structure. For me, whether it's a church or a mosque or a synagogue or a temple, these are often dead, whereas nature is alive. So I prefer to do ceremonies in nature. But I'm open to suggestions, being a novice first-time traveler to India. And already I've heard some very sobering advice. So that's India. I'm also curious about visiting Thailand on the way through. So if you're in Thailand and you're interested to host me in Thailand, I would love to hear from you. My timeline is probably December, and then going to India from there. And then after that, I don't know. So please keep the offers for hosting rolling in, because like water, the feminine element, I will go where it's graceful. I will go where I'm welcomed. I also have a bit of news, more news. Saturday, the day of the exact full moon in Pisces, the sign of the mystic, my dear brother Tony, who works in my team, soul brother that is, not bloodkin, he uploaded the revised edition of my latest book, The Grail. So all the formatting issues have been resolved, spelling and grammar issues have been resolved, and it's really looking great. So if you've been holding off on purchasing a copy or recommending it to others, it's now in what's that saying? Anyway, it's in good nick now. So I'm very proud of it, not just from a formatting point of view, but our books, any creative project, it comes through us like a child, and I'm very proud of this book. It distills 25 years of my work as an oracle and as a mystic, and it feels like my greatest contribution to the global family during these transition times. So if you haven't yet read my book, The Grail, it is very controversial, and it's an expose on the impact of religion in the colonized Western world. And it reveals the ancient mystic tradition that Christianity was appropriated into. So it's got lots of insights, particularly for men, in terms of how men can empower themselves to be vessels for the sacred masculine and to heal the collective masculine. For women, it offers insight into how to discern a man's level of emotional and psychological maturity, because, you know, we are all wounded, we're all healing from endemic trauma, and deconstructing the shadow dynamics that have taken place behind closed doors in every family and every relationship is key if we're going to move forwards. And without the Grail, the ancient rites of passage that helped both men and women to mature, not just welcoming them to manhood or womanhood, but ongoing rites to facilitate the maturity of the populace of the species. This is how we create social sustainability, which is the foundation for creating ecological sustainability and regeneration. So the book, as I said, was, the revised edition was uploaded on the full moon in Pisces. And I just wanted to sort of flag the fact that I've had vertigo the last week, albeit coming off, a rocking boat. But others in my team have also had vertigo. And because Pisces, the sign of the full moon that we've just had on Saturday, or on Friday, depending which side of the date line you're on, it governs the third eye, the inner ear. So if you've had vertigo, know that you're not alone, and that, doing somatic scanning, closing the eyes, going within, noticing where you're touching the ground and your seat, and bringing awareness to your physicality helps to just recover from an episode of feeling dizzy or experiencing the room spin when you, turn your head or tilt your head back, or basically move your head around. And it's more common in midlife and in older people. So you might have also had vivid dreams, nightmares, because Hecate, the goddess archetype, as she was known in Greece, known to the Celts as Ceridwen, and to the Norse as Hel. But this is the archetypal mystic or wise woman who corresponds to Pisces, the sign of the recent full moon. So a lot of us are having very vivid dreams at the moment, and often nightmares, because she was said to ride the night mare, to wake us up with important dream messages. So do remember that our subconscious always speaks in symbols according to what they mean to us. So while it's helpful to look up books that offer dream analysis, or ask loved ones for their interpretation of a dream, our own interpretation is always the one that we should listen to the most. So the latest Planetary Wisdom video I recorded, and that's being sent out today for the approaching new moon in Libra. So that'll be going out to those of you that subscribe to my platinum tier of my membership. And that's $3.99 a month to get a video, half-hour video once a fortnight, as well as articles and updates on the solar cycle, the seasonal cycle, and the lunar cycle. So if you enjoy my daily lunar guidance that's free, and you want to go a bit deeper and live in alignment with all the cycles, not just the lunar cycle, I'll put the link below and you can try that free for 30 days. Finally, I'll be doing an interview later this week with a friend of mine who's a former midwife, about how when women aren't connected with the wild woman, the primal feminine, they run the risk of experiencing birth trauma. And we spoke about this in private yesterday, and I kept saying, gosh, this is a conversation I'd like to share with my community, and she's agreed. So stay tuned for that. That'll be later this week. So yeah, I hope you're all well, probably needing a bit of extra sleep at the moment as we move past that full moon in Pisces. It is a time when, you know, we might feel like we need a bit more downtime and time away from our screens and imposing thought forms. Yeah. So blessings on your day wherever you are, and thanks for being part of my community, and thanks for reaching out to host me. I'm very excited to meet you all as I journey around the world in this new chapter. So ciao for now, and thanks for watching. See ya.